Facebook, YouTube, what is going on, guys? Jason with Home Service Mastery. Today we are going to be going over the exact step-by-step guide on how to remove wax from hardwood floors, specifically a pre-finished aluminum oxide coated floor. Guys, for those of you who may not know what a pre-finished aluminum oxide floor is, stay tuned to the channel and make sure you're subscribed because we will be diving into the differences between a pre-finished and a site finish. But guys, as you can see, this floor had a ton of wax on the hardwood floors. Guys, and I always say, always make sure you're doing a demonstration before you leave. Guys, presentation without demonstration is just conversation. The power in giving that client the proof and showing them what you can do for their hardwood floors really helps to sell the job. So guys, let's get in it. We're gonna be going over what tools and equipment that you're going to need, what chemicals you're going to need to get wax off of a hardwood floor. Guys, some of the equipment that you are going to need is going to be an automatic floor scrubber. Guys, I personally use the Karcher Tornado BR16-3. I believe that is the name of that. You can look that up on Google, find it online. The next piece of equipment that you are going to need to remove wax from a hardwood floor, guys, you're going to need a standard mop bucket and a stringed mop. This is going to help you to get around the edges and the corners. You're also going to need to utilize a pump-up sprayer, whether that is a 1 gallon or a 2 gallon. I prefer the 2 gallon pump-up sprayer. I believe DeWalt is the brand that I use. Any other tools and equipment, you may need a few scrub pads. It just depends. For this one, we did not have to utilize that. So step one is going to be mixing up your pre-spray, your emulsifier, which, guys, for the emulsifier that we use is Juggernaut. We love using Juggernaut as a very high alkaline pH pre-spray that will really help to emulsify or dissolve that wax off of the hardwood floors, guys. And you always want to check to make sure that the floor is going to be safe for removing that. Always read the back of the jug for dilution ratios on this, but we're going to go ahead and mix that into our pump up sprayer. This is a cold water activated pre-spray, so make sure you're not using hot water for this. Once you have safely mixed that, I like to do a test area to see how good the pre-spray is. Do I need to add more, or do I need to put less into that, guys? So always start with a weaker diluted version of your pre-spray and then work up if you have to. But anyway, guys, you're going to liberally apply this to the floor with your pump up sprayer. You're going to allow it 10 to 15 minutes to emulsify the wax off that floor. Once you've pre-sprayed, it has dwelled for the recommended dwell time. You are next going to utilize your Karcher. As you can see in the video, guys, we will just go straight up. You also want to make sure, guys, what you have in that Karcher is a neutral floor cleaner, guys. I've been using Zeps, which can be found at Home Depot or Lowe's. You're going to mix that straight into the auto scrubber, guys. Again, the dilution directions are on the back of that automatic, or on the back of the neutral floor cleaner. You're going to mix that straight into the Tornado or whatever automatic floor scrubber that you have. Guys, make sure that you are using slow passes. You always want to neutralize that pre-spray or the emulsifier that you're using. You always want to leave the floors in a neutral state. Now, guys, you may have to repeat this process a few times of applying the pre-spray and removing the wax, depending on how thick the coating was. This particular job, I mostly only had to do one pass on these floors, but a few areas I had to do 2 passes. Now, guys, after you have removed the wax from the hardwood floors, what you're going to want to do next is I always go back through with my mop bucket and my mop to make sure that I get all the streaks, all the residue off of the floor. We have a clean slate, and then I will look in the section that I did. Always try and work into a room, guys, because this wax is very slippery, so make sure that you're not stepping into it, your cords aren't getting into it. So I like to work into it instead of working in and around it, guys, because it gets everywhere. It is very messy. Pay extra attention to the corners, the baseboards. That's where it's easy to accumulate. And again, we utilize that mop to get in the edges and the corners of that. I put a fan on it to speed dry it to see where I have cleaned and where I have not cleaned yet. Guys, that is going to be pretty much the steps that you're going to use. Repeat those steps as necessary for the entirety of the house, guys. And this is on a pre-finished aluminum oxide coated floor. Wax is much easier to get off that floor because it has such a thick coating. There's no top coat degeneration for the most part on those floors, so it's merely sitting on top of it. So it's very easy to get that wax off the hardwood floors, guys. And with a site finished floor, there are a ton of other variables with that. So guys, make sure you are subscribed to the YouTube channel. And guys, I wanted to take a quick moment. We also have a Facebook page called Home Service Mastery. If you're interested, drop a comment in the videos. We'd love to have you over in that Facebook group, guys, where we'll be both posting tips and tricks of the trade, and we're going to be posting a lot of content in that Facebook group. So if you haven't already, make sure you are subscribed to the YouTube channel, because we're going to be posting a ton of great, valuable, free content in here, guys. If you have any questions about this video or anything else, make sure you drop it in the comments below. Make sure you're subscribed to stay updated with future videos. Give it a like, comment, or share it with a friend who could benefit from learning how to do a hardwood wax removal on a pre-finished aluminum oxide coated floor, guys. I can't think of anything else. Be cautious. Make sure you are taping off stainless steel appliances, cabinetry, anything like that, because you are using a high pH alkaline stripping agent, so it can damage appliances and cabinets. So be mindful of your overspray, taping off delicate surfaces in other areas, guys. But that is it for a pre-finished wax removal. You're going to be repeating those steps for the entirety of the house. Guys, again, if you have any questions, make sure you drop in the comments. Hope you found value out of this video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.